Hi, there we are. I hope we're there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Michael, and this is a live Happy English lesson coming to you from New York City. Hello, and Nilton joining us here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me this morning. Today is February 28th. It's the last day of February. I can't believe it. Can you? 2 months of this year have already flown by. Time flies. It's amazing. Tomorrow is the 1st of March. It means spring is coming soon. Although it's been spring weather here in New York. I'm not sure how the weather is by you, but the temperature has been averaging around 15 degrees Celsius here, which is weird, really weird for the winter, because usually in New York it's like -5 or -10 and really cold. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Hello to Yukiko and Marilla and everyone else who's watching here on YouTube but too shy to leave a comment. I have a lot of interesting things, I hope interesting, for you guys to talk about today. Let's get to it. And that reminds me, don't forget to go over to myhappyenglish.com and click members. You can join the email list, and I'll send you free English lessons by email, including the study guide for these live English lessons every day. So you can have something that you can, look at or print if you prefer paper. Sorry, it's my new mouth. It just started working today. All right, let's get to it. Still freezing in Okayama. Oh my goodness. Not freezing here, that's for sure. All right, there are 3 points we're going to cover today. We're going to look at using the word sorry. There's some grammar there that's important to know. We're also going to look at the difference between study and learn. And I'd like to show you the pronunciation of the ch sound, the CH sound. So that's what's coming up here today. Another awesome cup of joe. And here we go. Let's talk about sorry. If something happens and you need to apologize, of course you know that you can use sorry. But here are the 3 grammatical patterns that you need to know to use that properly. The first one is we use sorry plus a subject and a verb. If you come late to class, you can say, I'm sorry I'm late, or just sorry I'm late. Now, I can't tell you how many times somebody comes here to Happy English and they come late and they say, I'm sorry for late, or I'm sorry too late. But late is not a verb, and that doesn't work. So the best thing that you can say when you come late is, I'm sorry I'm late, or sorry I'm late, just like that. You can also use sorry plus for plus a noun. I'm sorry for the trouble. I'm sorry for the problem. Okay? So sorry plus for plus a noun. Or you can use sorry plus to plus a verb. I'm sorry to bother you, but can you help me? I'm sorry to. I'm sorry to tell you this, and then you could say something. And here's a cultural note. Usually in American culture, if you're late, for example, usually what Americans like to do is we apologize, I'm sorry I'm late, and then we talk about the reason why. We explain what happened. Like, I'm sorry I'm late because I woke up late this morning. Or, I'm sorry for forgetting your birthday, but I forgot to put it in my calendar, or something like that. And I mentioned before, you can use sorry for a noun, and you can also use sorry for plus a gerund. Sorry, I did not write that in the whiteboard here today. I'm sorry for forgetting your birthday, for example. Okay, so that's how we use sorry and the grammar behind sorry. All righty, let's take a quick break. Hello to Alex. Thanks for joining this morning, Alex. What about the next live idioms? Way, my way, or the highway? Idioms with way. That's a great idea. I'll put that on the schedule. And if you or anybody else there has a suggestion for another live event or a question, you can put that in the comment box, and I will get to that either in the break or later today. Sometimes excuse me shows sympathy or empathy. Excuse me. I have to think about that one, Yukiko. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Let me think about that. My brain, that brain cell is not working right now. Let's jump to the next point, which is study and learn. A lot of people get confused with these two words because in some languages it translates to the same word. Study is an active process. Okay, it's an action. It's what you do. Here's my example. You like to study English, don't you? Of course you like to study because you're here. Do you study every day? Do you study in the morning? Do you study at night? When do you study? What do you study? Study is an action. It's something that you do. Learn is the result of that action. Okay? So I learned something today, you could say. I studied, and because I studied, I learned something. Sometimes you can learn without studying. Like if you put your hand on a hot cup of coffee and burn yourself, you can learn, wow, don't put your hand on a hot cup of coffee. So that's the difference between study and learn. When you study, that's an active process, and learn is the result of that. All right? So that's the difference there. Okay, let's take a look at the last topic, which is the ch sound. Ch, as in choose, or chop, or chair, or cheap, or chip. A lot of people have trouble with the CH sound and the SH sound. So I like to think about the CH sound like this. Your tongue is going to press up to the top of your mouth near the front of your mouth. So if you imagine that this is your mouth and this is your tongue, it's going to kind of press here. Okay? And then ch. And it's the same action and sound as when you sneeze. We say achoo. So your tongue goes to the top of your mouth and it pushes, the air pushes it down. Ch. That's the ch sound. Choose, choose. Chop, chop. Chair, chair. Cheap, cheap. Chip, chip. All right, so it's kind of it's a long sound. There's a lot of pressure with the tongue. That's different from the SH sound. Shh. In the SH sound, your tongue is sort of not, the tip of your tongue is not really touching anything. It's kind of floating behind your teeth in the upper part of your mouth. Shh. That's the sound the librarian makes when you're talking too loud in the library. Shoes. Shop. Share. Sheep. Ship. All right, so let's look at those two sounds together. First the CH and then the SH. Choose. shoes. Chop, shop. Chair, share. Cheap, sheep. Chip, ship. All right, that is the difference between those sounds, and that's how to pronounce that CH sound. So you can tell your friend, hey, I like your shoes. How did you choose your shoes? How did you choose your shoes? All right, that's the pronunciation there. Okay, does anybody have a question? Acquire. Sorry, Yukiko, what do you mean acquire? Acquire. Acquire. Give me a sentence. I'm not sure what you mean there. All right, that, my friends, is what I wanted to cover for today's English lesson. We also looked, in case you're joining late, we looked at the difference between study and learn. When you study, that's an action, that's an activity that you do, and learn is the result of that action. And then we talked about how to use sorry and the grammar with that. You can use sorry plus a to verb. I'm sorry to bother you. You can use sorry plus for plus a noun. I'm sorry for the trouble. I'm sorry for forgetting your birthday. Or sorry plus a sentence, subject verb. I'm sorry I'm late. All right, and that's how we use sorry. Learn. Oh, sorry, learn. Right. Learn. Right. Learn means, I think, learn and acquire. I got to wow, tough questions today, Yukiko. I got to think about all of those. I learned that. I acquired that. Yeah, you can acquire information, but also we use the word acquire to mean receive. Like, I acquired this pen from my sister. So it does have you can acquire knowledge, but it's a little bit different than saying I learned something. All right. So I hope that kind of makes sense. All right. Listen, thank you so much for joining me for this live English lesson. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Let me check the schedule really quickly to show you. I'll be back tomorrow on Wednesday, March 1st at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, New York time. That's a little bit late for Yukiko, who's in Japan right now. So that's tomorrow. Thank you for joining me for this class. And what else I want to tell you? Whoops. Sorry. Technology's out of control. In a funeral, you say, yes, I'm sorry for the loss of your friend. Yes, you can use I'm sorry when you pay respects to somebody like that. Thank you for that idea. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I appreciate that. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the next live Happy English lesson. And I'll see you then. You guys have a great day. Bye, guys.